Je pense que nous avons tous eu raison d'aider l'Ukraine et de sanctionner la Russie pour accueillir les 2 prochains escadrons de Rafale.
Russia wants to spread the fears of the Ukrainian invasion throughout Eastern Europe. The most important element used by Kremlin leader Vladimir Putin for this purpose is the air component of the Russian armed forces. The Russian Air Force is already keeping the skies over Ukraine under pressure. But Putin wants much more. That is why MiG-29, MiG-31 and 35, Su-27, and Su-30, Su-34, 35, and even Su-57 fighter jets are flying sorties in Eastern European airspace. Some of the flights of these jets are recorded by NATO air commissariats in Europe. The Air Commissariat in Romania is particularly critical in intercepting Russian fighter jets. Most recently, the French wing sent an important squadron of jets to this base area. Between March 4th and March 9th, 2024, 3 Rafale fighter jets departed from the 118th Air Base in Mont-de-Marsan for Romania, marking a new phase in military cooperation between France, Belgium, Romania, and Turkey. The deployment, supported by the transport of a 33-strong aviation crew of 5 pilots and 28 ground personnel on an Airbus A400M, underlines NATO's continued commitment to strengthen its defense presence on the eastern flank. The Rafale's jets from this deployment flew 12 sorties totaling 30 flight hours, including close air support exercises and joint missions with Turkish and Romanian F-16s. These operations demonstrated exceptional interoperability and coordination between different air forces, essential to achieve NATO's strategic objectives in the region. The deployment was part of Operation Moraine, an integral part of NATO's Air Shield initiative, launched in response to rising tensions following Russia's invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. This mission reflected the alliance's commitment to providing credible deterrence and robust defense to its members, especially those located near conflict zones. Most recently, Rafale jets sent by France to Romania managed to intercept 10 Russian jets in a short period of time. We will now take a closer look at how the French jets did it. What kind of message Paris plans to send to Putin with this aerial success? We will also take a look at what Russian fighter jets could do in Romania and even across Eastern Europe in the wake of this disappointment. Before we begin, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications, and give us a like to stay up to date with our content. As we mentioned, the French Air Force made history in Romania. The type of the 10 Russian jets that violated international airspace regulations was not specified, but it is suggested that they were fighter jets. This success of the Rafale will probably intimidate Kremlin leader Vladimir Putin. This is because French President Emmanuel Macron is offering Rafale jets to Europe instead of US F-35 jets. For Macron, who has stated that French jets are more powerful, the Rafales hunting down Russian jets in Romania would be an incredible intimidation message. NATO's growing presence, exemplified by deployments like the Rafales in Romania, serves several purposes. It sends a clear message of solidarity and determination to protect all alliance members against all forms of aggression. Moreover, it enhances the interoperability and combat readiness of NATO forces, essential elements for maintaining a strategic advantage in a region marked by rising geopolitical tensions. The Rafale jets deployed in Romania bring advanced technological capabilities and significant operational flexibility to the NATO mission, aimed at strengthening defense and deterrence on its eastern flank. Designed to play a role in every mission, these aircraft can perform a wide range of tasks with a minimal presence. Their versatility allows them to conduct air policing, regional security, nuclear deterrence, force projection, and force operations for external operations, close air support for ground troops, and much more. Rafale is characterized by several key technical features that make it particularly suited to these missions. It is equipped with delta wings for optimum maneuverability and flight performance, including high angles of attack. Its digital fly-by-wire flight control systems offer quad redundancy ensuring exceptional safety and stability even in difficult flight conditions. This feature enables the Rafale to automatically follow terrain without visibility, increasing penetration and survivability in hostile airspace. Aircraft Engines' compact and powerful M88-2 engine provides significant maximum thrust with the latest technologies that increase durability and reduce operating costs. Thanks to its advanced design, the Rafale achieves a top speed of over Mach 1.8, a super cruise capability at Mach 1.4, and can operate at an altitude of up to 50,000 feet. With a structured air-to-air mission range of 93 miles and the possibility of endurance of up to 12 hours with aerial refueling, the Rafale is capable of conducting extended missions over large geographical areas. Its design, which incorporates passive and active stealth elements, combined with a wide range of sensors and multi-sensor data fusion capability, allows the Rafale to collect and share critical information in real time, increasing battle group efficiency and interoperability with other allied forces. These capabilities are essential to sustain a tactical advantage in modern operations, where superiority in information gathering and speed of reaction are key. The deployment of Rafales in Romania therefore significantly strengthens NATO's defense posture in the region, enhancing its ability to monitor, deter, and if necessary, respond quickly and effectively to any threat. But France is not relying solely on the Rafale in the Black Sea. The beginning of March began with a new operation led by Paris, following the complex mission of the French Air Force in the Black Sea with Mirage jets. A Mirage 2000D, although more aircraft are likely to be involved, took off from Romania and flew over the Black Sea, pushing significantly to the east. The entire mission took place within international airspace. It is unclear whether similar missions have been carried out in the past or whether this represents a new development in recent days. Perhaps with the transponders switched off, Russian planes flew more sorties in Romanian airspace. What is certain, however, is the message that France is sending with this kind of operation. By intercepting Russian fighter jets in Romania at this highly sensitive stage of the war, the Paris government is reaffirming its commitment to support Kiev both symbolically and concretely. For France, the Black Sea and Crimea are areas where Ukraine, not Russia, should be comfortable. With this in mind, Paris has been building a military buildup in the region and continues to carry out military operations. In May 2022, France launched Operation Eagle, deploying 500 troops to Constanta, supported by a contingent of 300 Belgian and Dutch soldiers, to reinforce NATO's advanced forward presence battle groups. France's addition of a SAMTA-T surface-to-air defense system further enhances NATO's ability to protect its forces and maintain security in the region. The French aerospace forces and the French Navy reached an important milestone in strengthening their air defense capabilities with the successful test of the Mamba missile system on board the amphibious assault ship Tonnerre. This latest demonstration underlined France's determination to develop rapid deployment capabilities, increase overall mobility, and reinforce interoperability within NATO. French forces deployed it to Romania to reinforce NATO's eastern flank, highlighting the importance of integrated air and missile defense at a time of heightened tensions. By testing and validating its ability to embark on a large-scale naval platform, France ensures that Mamba can be rapidly transported and operated in support of both national defense and allied operations. This successful deployment test in the Black Sea reflects the shared vision of the French aerospace forces and the French Navy. It also highlights the importance of activities such as strengthening inter-service coordination and promoting integrated defense solutions. Mamba's proven performance in providing airspace protection, combined with Tonnerre's operational flexibility, gives France and its allies a significant advantage in addressing air threats and responding effectively to security challenges. As NATO continues to strengthen its collective security, France's ability to adapt and demonstrate readiness underscores a strong commitment to the alliance's initiatives. The deployment of Mamba at Tonnerre paves the way for new advances in air defense and maritime cooperation, further consolidating France's position at the forefront of modern military capabilities. Let us take a closer look at the characteristics of this system deployed by France in the Black Sea. Is this missile system really enough for the EU side in terms of security in the Black Sea? Mamba is a long-range surface-to-air defense system that uses Aster 30 missiles to intercept air threats, especially at ranges of up to 100 kilometers. Each missile, which weighs about 450 kilograms and is 4.9 meters long at launch, contains a 15-kilogram high-explosive fragmentation warhead. An inertial system provides guidance, while the associated Arabelle radar plays a key role in surveillance, target detection, tracking, and ultimate missile guidance. Used by several countries, including France, Italy, Singapore, and Ukraine, the Mamba has a launcher that can accommodate 8 missiles, offering a firepower capable of countering a variety of air threats and enhancing integrated defense capabilities at both national and international levels. At the center of this success is Tonnerre, a Mistral-class ship that is no stranger to large missions. Together with its sister ships, Tonnerre has taken part in a variety of international operations, from anti-narcotics missions to large-scale exercises such as Operation Polaris 21 in the Mediterranean. Tonnerre's versatility and logistic projection capabilities make it an ideal platform to host the Mamba system. All in all, the French Mamba missile system will provide the EU with significant advantages in the Black Sea. Mamba will also act as a clear deterrent to Russia. For the EU side, this French contribution is indeed very strategic. But by deploying Mamba in the Black Sea, France is not only aiming to establish dominance over Russia in the region, but also to completely eradicate Putin's remnants in Europe in general. But which other countries besides France are working to eradicate Russian traces in the Black Sea and even in Europe? In recent weeks, the Italian Air Force has taken over NATO's enhanced air policing mission in Romania, taking over from the Spanish Air Force to maintain the security of NATO airspace along the alliance's southeastern flank. A detachment of 4 Italian Eurofighter Typhoons, supported by more than 180 personnel, deployed to Mihail Kogalniceanu Air Base in Romania as part of NATO's enhanced air policing mission. This deployment follows the successful completion of Italy's air policing mission in Lithuania, reinforcing its commitment to NATO's collective deterrence and defense. Italy's deployment in Romania follows the mission of the Spanish Air Force, which deployed first F-18s and then Eurofighter Typhoons jets to Romania. Romania will complete an 8-month deployment to maintain a rapid reaction alert, protecting its airspace against possible attacks. Considering such efforts insufficient, the French wing has been pushing for other missions in addition to NATO's Air Commissariat across the Black Sea and Eastern Europe. One of Paris's efforts is to prevent the use of Russia's nuclear weapons. To this end, French President Emmanuel Macron said in an interview that he is ready to start discussions on nuclear deterrence for Europe. Emmanuel Macron proposed a strategic dialogue with European countries that do not possess nuclear weapons. France and the United Kingdom are the only European countries with nuclear arsenals. Macron, on the other hand, argued that EU countries without nuclear weapons have no shields, and that these members can no longer rely on the US nuclear umbrella. Friedrich Merz, the CDU leader who has won the right to become Germany's next chancellor, suggested that the UK and France could share nuclear weapons in the future. French leader Emmanuel Macron has said it would take 5 to 10 years to build an autonomous European defense independent of NATO, a proposal that Mr. Merz has warmed to. He also emphasized that the alliance could break up if the US strikes a deal with Russia without Europeans around the table, which is why a common nuclear security shield must be created as soon as possible. Macron's striking proposal was, of course, at the top of the agenda in France. French far-right leader Marine Le Pen was quick to react to Macron's comments. While visiting the Paris Agricultural Fair, Marine Le Pen suggested that her country's nuclear deterrent should remain a French nuclear deterrent. For his part, French Defense Minister Sébastien Lecornu reiterated Macron's position that the Paris government's vital interests include a European dimension, but are also under the exclusive control of the French head of state. In the first instance, the Paris government offered Germany fighter jets carrying nuclear weapons, in view of the Russian fighter jets with nuclear warheads. This dramatic offer is seen as a direct response to a call by Friedrich Merz, Germany's likely next chancellor, for the UK and France to extend nuclear protection to Germany. After the CDU party won the elections in Germany, Merz emphasized that under Donald Trump, Europe should become more independent from the United States. France's move seems to be in line with Merz's statements. Diplomats in Berlin believe that this move will force Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer to make a similar commitment to European security. In other words, the UK wing may have a plan to deploy its nuclear-capable resources in Germany. The urgency of this measure becomes clearer if we look at how much nuclear capacity the EU, the US has in Europe and Russia has within its borders, and in Belarus. France's nuclear weapons stockpile consists of around 300 warheads, while the UK's Trident system is based on submarine missiles. The US is deploying around 100 nuclear missiles in Germany as part of its NATO commitments. Britain's nuclear deterrent is integrated into the alliance, while France maintains an independent nuclear arsenal. All these sources point to a significant nuclear capacity. Europe's solidarity on this issue could force the Kremlin to take a step back, especially given that nuclear weapons are one of the trump cards that Russian President Vladimir Putin has constantly invoked. Because of Putin's threats, the world is now preparing for a nuclear war scenario. Russia has a capacity of 5,580 nuclear warheads. In terms of numbers, Russia seems to have a serious advantage. Therefore, the EU may need the US for nuclear deterrence against Russia. The French wing has already been in touch with Trump about this alliance. Similar issues were discussed during Emmanuel Macron's meeting with Donald Trump. France, in particular, has expressed that the Russian leader will pose a risk factor for the Western European wing in the future. Macron probably conveyed this to Trump during their last meeting. According to the Parisian government, this risk factor could not only come from Russian aggressive actions against the West, but also from economic and diplomatic activities. In fact, Paris's thinking on this issue is quite logical. No one wants to think about how much Putin could strengthen his hand in the event that Russia emerges victorious from this war. But this possibility should not be overlooked. France is already trying to take precautions against it. In short, France is seeking to deny the capabilities of the Russian Air Force and its nuclear weapons, not only in Romania or Eastern Europe, but in the wider region. The Paris government believes that this is the only way to ensure peace in the world. Thank you for watching.